Hello, welcome back to the Combs Kitchen. We're going to do dinner and a movie with you. When I was a child, they did that on TV, and the most memorable one I remember was they showed the movie uh, Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. And during the commercials, they showed you how to make twice baked potatoes. And I remember loving that. I loved watching a movie and then during the commercials seeing something prepared that I could eat and enjoy, or at least enjoy watching them eat it. And the only other movie I remember watching on that was DuckTales Treasure of the Lost Lamp.
Good movie.
But I can't remember what they cooked during that movie. But during the Groundhog Day when it was twice baked potatoes, and boy, they made it look good. They had these great big huge potatoes, and when they were about done, they brought them out and put cheese and bacon crumbles and stuff on it. And man, they starved me to death with that. But today, Nicholas is doing the cooking because he cooks from time to time. And what are you making today, Nicholas?
I'm making stroganoff, hamburger helper, and we got the hamburger brown in here. It's about done, but you know.
Here, let me hold the hamburger up to the camera so people can see what you're doing. Looky there. Freshly browned hamburger. He's working on it. Here in a few minutes, he'll be draining that and putting the milk and water and the seasoning in it.
And noodles.
And noodles.
And a couple other things.
And it has to simmer for about 20 minutes. Now, the Groundhog Day movie.
Which is a good movie, another one I like.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about what our favorite scenes are. I'll go first and then Nicholas can go. My favorite scene in that movie is when he has just had enough of that insurance salesman. And he walks up to him and Bill Murray just goes, pow, and knocks him down on the ground. I could hit instant replay on my remote 1,000 times and it wouldn't bother me. It'd probably drive Michelle nuts. But I could watch that 1,000,000 times, him just slugging that insurance salesman. I love it when he does that. Just like in The Walking Dead. I'm a Walking Dead fan. I don't know if you know that or not.
I am too. Walking Dead's a great series.
And the scene where I want to say her name's Victoria, but that's not right. Where she slaps Negan. What's her name, honey?
Olivia.
Olivia. Man, she smacks Negan. If you're a Walking Dead fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And man, I could watch her slap him 1,000,000 times. She did a really great job. I don't know what it says about me liking to see people get hit and slapped.
Oh, I'm the same way. That's one thing that causes me to laugh so hard I can't hardly breathe.
Now, Nicholas, what's your favorite scene in the movie Groundhog Day?
I gotta go with you. I mean, like that scene is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, to be honest with you.
My favorite scene
Yeah.
is every time he wakes up in the morning and he realizes he's stuck in the same day.
Her favorite scene, Michelle's, is every time that radio plays Sonny and Cher, And it said, I guess it's true we don't have a pot to pee in. That song, boy, I love Sonny and Cher.
Daddy, you want to bring it over here and
Okay. Well, Nicholas wants me to come over here so that he can show you how he drains it.
And what I do is I got me a strainer in the sink with a bowl under it to fill up the grease, and here I am. And then what you want to do, if you don't want a lot of grease in your meals, is take a couple paper towels and just wipe inside of whatever you're using to cook it. Make sure you get a majority of all that grease up. Now, if you got a young child, you might want to do it because it can get pretty hot. Now, I've been burned myself a couple times, enough where it all getting splashed by grease don't even faze me no more. And so here I am taking the hamburger. And I'm just gonna dump it right back in there. Now, let's take it back to the stove.
We're going to go right back to the stove.
Now, what you want to get is your milk and water, and I don't know exactly how much you need. I might have to let the man who made the legend, my dad, take over for this because I'm not good. Oh, we're gonna have the woman that made the legend, my mom, take over.
Give me
I'm
a
not.
measuring cup of water.
I'm good at a lot of things. Measurement is not one of them.
Who says you need to measure?
Well,
All right. Get that thing of water, please.
doing the amount is
It's better if you use hot water, Nicholas,
I am.
because
Milk's cold.
anytime you're trying to bring something to a boil, the hotter it is when you put it in there, the faster it'll come to a boil.
All right, there you go.
Michelle, did you say what your favorite scene from Groundhog Day was?
Every time he wakes up.
Oh yeah.
Now I got the box of hamburger helper right here.
Get your scissors.
And look, if I get the seasoning out, they pack these things pretty tight. It can be hard to get stuff out. And what you want to do is shake your seasoning package. That's very important. Get all the seasoning down to the bottom and open them.
And let me tell you something else, folks. You might want to make sure your scissors aren't covered in raw hamburger when you do this part. Unlike Nicholas, who didn't seem to care that his scissors was covered in raw hamburger.
Well, I didn't see it.
That's
Dad.
what you call cross-contamination right there.
Well, they were great chef messes up. And you know what?
And let me tell you something else. There's a great saying among chefs and kitchen people, and that's you clean as you go. So, Nicholas, you need to get this raw hamburger cleaned off these scissors,
I will.
and you need to take that paper that you just cut up and throw it in the garbage.
I put my noodles in first. Now I'm just gonna stir the noodles in.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to talk a little bit more about our movie, Groundhog Day. And what a lot of people don't realize is how long Bill Murray was trapped in that day. He was trapped in there for years, and his life was extended beyond a normal lifespan. He probably was trapped in that day for 200 years, maybe longer. And they wanted to really show that in the movie by having him read all the books on this shelf, which would have taken forever. And then as soon as he got done, showing him starting over with the first book. So when I first watched that movie, I wondered that how long he was trapped in that day.
33 years and 350 days.
What,
I Googled it.
what Michelle just Googled is only one opinion. There's other people that believe he was trapped in that day much longer than 33 years. The director, who I listened to in a commentary, said he was trapped beyond a normal lifespan. So,
I Googled. Google's not always right, but I Googled.
well,
The top off that can. Use that automatic can opener over there.
But folks, I'm blind. It was right in front of me and still couldn't see it. Make sure with tops like this, be very, very careful.
Our Uncle Michael cut his hand open with one.
Yeah, our Uncle Michael cut himself real bad as a kid trying to mess with one of these, so be very careful. If you're wondering, I add mushrooms and green beans.
getting back to our movie, Groundhog Day, one of the things that I don't particularly care for about that movie is it shows Bill Murray going after the same girl day after day after day, trying to win her affections. Now, that doesn't work in real life. That only works in that movie. You know, if you're interested in a girl and she's not interested, she's not ever going to be interested.
You might as well just quit chasing her.
You might as well just go on to the next one. That's right.
And you might even go 1 in a million chance or 1 in 1,000. There's 1,000 girls out there'll finally be that one. You just gotta wait for your moment. It'll come.
Now, Michelle, I had to wear her down like Bill Murray. I had to call her over a long time. It took me about 6 months to get a date with Michelle, but I didn't hound her day after day. I might have called her once a month, you know, and asked her if she was available for a date. And finally, after the 6th time I asked her, she was ready to go out and eat and have a good time. So I did good. Now, we're waiting for this to come to a boil. Nicholas is going to stir it. He just told me, hey, Dad, I'm the one doing this. Back off, dude. I could read his mind.
Yeah, he knows me well enough. Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but that is just one thing that gets on my nerves is when I'm the one cooking and somebody comes in and takes over. That's just one thing that gets on my nerves.
But one of the things Nicholas needs to do is he needs to see if we got any garlic bread to go with this. And if he doesn't, we need to make homemade garlic bread and we need to preheat the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and make that move for him and assume that he wants to go ahead and preheat this oven. So I'm going to hit bake and up until it says 425.
We don't have any pre-made bread. We're gonna have to make it ourselves.
We're going to have to make homemade garlic bread today, which is fine by me because I really like the homemade garlic
Sir,
bread.
we do not have any garlic bread, sir.
We've already established that. So
Sorry, guys.
let's go ahead
And butter some bread.
and butter some bread.
Sorry, guys, I called him sir, but I'm in ROTC and I really enjoy doing that and just saying sir all the time. And I just said that so y'all can learn a little bit more about me.
Michelle, you got anything to say about Groundhog Day?
It was a very long movie,
Yes, it was.
so it was worth watching.
When I got done with that movie, I'm like, thank God it's over. But like she said, it was worth watching. But I got ADHD, so my attention span is very short. So
If you watch the movie Groundhog Day, it shows you exactly how to get a girl. You find out what they like, and then you pretend to like it too. That's all you have to do.
amen. I'm
Or she's hungry.
I'm not good with ladies, but I know that. I mean,
Or she's really hungry.
yeah, that too. You got money and she's hungry. That's a good way to catch her. Catch her eye and catch her heart. And I tell you what, Bill Murray, Groundhog Day is one of many of his great movies. Bill Murray was a phenomenal actor.
I like the movie he did called What About Bob also. I like that movie.
I love Space Jam.
But I didn't see What About Bob till years after it came out. Because it came on TV late one night. And I stayed up and I watched it. And I liked it.
I like all the Ghostbusters movies he's in. Let's see, Space Jam and let's see, what else movies did he do?
I can name a bunch of them off, but you probably haven't seen them.
I've probably heard of them.
You know, what's sad is that he's really famous for the movie Caddyshack.
Oh, that's another one I forgot about. Caddyshack with Chevy Chase.
And I've never seen it. I have never seen Caddyshack.
Oh, it's so funny. It's got Chevy Chase in it and Steve Martin, I think. I don't know if it's Steve Martin for sure,
Steve
but
Martin is not in it, neither is Martin Short.
Steve Martin and Martin Short are neither. I don't know who I'm getting mixed up with Steve Martin, but it's a famous actor.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield, that's right. Rodney Dangerfield, Chevy Chase, and Bill Murray. I forgot Bill Murray was in Caddyshack.
He was. He He was the groundskeeper. He's the one who was going after the goat.
It's hard for me to know the movies that Bill Murray did because I don't know why, but I'm getting him mixed up with Tom Hanks for some odd
He
reason.
played in a movie called Scrooge, which they should be showing anytime now
Oh,
for the Christmas season.
Garfield. He played in the Garfield movie. Zombieland. He had a little role in that.
Our little green ones here are developing a red color on them. Did you see that?
We need to talk about Groundhog Day. I don't know what to tell.
Me either. I know the movie. Best part was the ending.
Now, for those of you who've never seen the movie Groundhog Day, I guess I should give you a quick summary of the movie. Bill Murray plays this weather reporter, and he goes to Puxatawny, what's it called?
Puxatawny.
Puxatawny, what's the state? Pennsylvania. And that town is, they love polka.
They also like Phil.
And they like Puxatawny Phil, the groundhog that can predict whether it's going to be a long winter or a short winter. So he gets trapped in that day because they get trapped in that town because they can't get out because of the snow. And he has to relive that day until he has a perfect day. And then he moves on to the next day. And I believe the moral of the movie is that any day can be a perfect day. You don't have to have a lousy day. And there's a love interest there in the movie. And they fall in love. And he finds out what kind of ice cream she likes. And then once he does that, he's able to win her heart, you know. I mean, once you find out what kind of ice cream a girl likes, what else is there to know, you know?
What's my favorite ice cream, Steven?
What's cookies and cream?
Haha, no.
What is cookies?
I know her better than she knows herself. Because every time I'm at the grocery store, she says, pick me up, cookies and cream.
No, it's cookie dough, everybody. It is cookie dough.
Cookie dough. I misspoke. When I said cookies and cream, I meant to say cookie dough.
Folks, we got some exciting news. The Hamburger Helper is done.
Well, I believe everybody has had Hamburger Helper, so I think we can wrap this video up. We've said everything there is to know about Groundhog Day. Our bread, I didn't show you, but Michelle stuck that in the oven. It's going to come out in a few minutes. So we're going to get off here so we can eat. But thank you for tuning in with us today. I hope you enjoyed us making Hamburger Helper and talking about the movie Groundhog Day. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.